Welcome back to Speak. Former Pro Bowl tight end Darren Waller is joining us now. Welcome to Speak. Hope we've not introduced you with too much chaos. You know, we get a little wild up here. But welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
No, great to be here.
Straight.
You're in town to meet with the UCLA football team.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Nobody care about all that.
Okay, all right. Well, you know, besides telling them to beat USC, fight on. How did that go today?
It was great. I had a speech that I had planned out, you know, I'm going to work through, and a buddy of mine told me about the kid from LSU that passed away.
Yes.
That's no longer with us. And I was looking him up, and I was just like, man, we got so many kids that are so talented and got so many good things going on in their lives, and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what they're dealing with, the pain they may be going through. So I was just speaking to him on that. It's like the game requires so much of you to pour into it, mentally, emotionally, physically. But what are you pouring into yourself on the back end so you could take care of yourself? Because, you know, people are going to want you to perform and demand you to do certain things. But if we don't have you for the long run, like, just talking to them on those kind of things.
Speaking of former USC Trojans, obviously Pete Carroll's now in Las Vegas with the Raiders. You were in that organization once upon a time. How do you think Coach Carroll will do with the Raiders now?
I think he's going to infuse like a positive culture that organization needs. I feel like it's been a rough couple years with how the last regime went, with how my man Gruden exit. Like they need something for players to get excited about, fans to get excited about, and I think he holds people to a championship standards and requires a lot.
Hey, I got a question here. What was I thinking? I was thinking about Geno Smith. You think because Key been talking about this for the last couple of weeks about the Raiders drafting a QB. Do you think Geno Smith is the guy, or you think they should draft a QB out there in Las Vegas?
I've seen a lot of good things from Geno Smith, to be honest.
Yeah.
You go out there and get some weapons around him, maybe draft a running back at 6, get a stud back there, shore up that offensive line. I like Jacoby Myers as the number 2 receiver. Got 1,000 yards last year as a possession guy. You get somebody that can go up top. I feel like Geno Smith has all you need if you're building things around him. If you're asking Geno Smith to just carry the whole franchise, there's a handful of guys that can do that. Right. But I feel like Geno Smith has everything you need if you're building around him the right way.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I think Geno and Pete Carroll are there as, you know, stabilizers, because the Raiders have had a lot of different versions over the years, really. I can't even say the past couple years. But if they're in a position in the draft to get like a Shedeur Sanders, Geno with Pete Carroll is a great situation for a young quarterback to come in and not have the pressure right away, especially in that division. I mean, you're looking around that division, the competition that's already there. So do you think that that's a space that Geno could really thrive in?
Yeah. And I think the argument made about Shedeur as well makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of, with Geno there's a level of maturity that he can learn from and sit under, with Geno going through what he's been through in the league, ups and downs, and being in I think it was his 10th year when he made his first Pro Bowl. Like, to be able to endure that much, that's a good example for you to learn under Pete Carroll, championship caliber coach. Like, that's a great situation for you to grow up and learn in.
You got to think, Geno's only been a starter in the National Football League for like 6 years, I think, 6 or 7 years. And he's been in the league for a long time, but he was hanging out with us, just chilling, right? He wasn't playing, so he's got a lot of football left in him. You played for the Raiders in Oakland and in Las Vegas, and you balled at both stops. Most players don't get the experience to be able to transition from one city to the next. How was that experience going from the Bay Area to Oakland to Las Vegas with the bright lights and open 24 hours, 7 days a week? And just how are you able to manage that?
It's crazy, man. You go from, like, I feel like Oakland was like the rugged, old Coliseum type of vibe. You go to Vegas, it's like high rollers. It's a lot of money in the picture. For me, luckily, making that transition to a place like Vegas, I dealt with all my demons before going there. So I'm there, I'm kind of, you know, solid and fortified. But there's, you know, it's going to expose a lot of your habits, what you're interested in, what your vices are. Vegas has the ability to do that.
With the draft coming up next week, and I get asked this all the time, what advice would you give to the kids coming out of the draft?
I would say don't fixate on where you think you're going to get drafted. I was hearing coming out of Combine, I could go 4th round to undrafted, and you can get your mindset on, if I don't get picked at this certain spot, then I'm not enough, or I wasn't good enough, or something I'm not doing. But really, once you get to that team, man, guys ain't worried about where you got drafted at. It's about what you're doing with the opportunity when you get in the building, how you carrying yourself. Are you bringing a certain level of humility? Are you willing to work? Are you willing to learn? So it's just if you get a foot in the door, that's all you need. You see how many people have made it from undrafted, 6th round, 7th round. Like, all you need is that foot in the door. All them picks, where you got drafted, signing bonus goes out the door.
Yeah, because everybody basically, unlike y'all, Paul, all rookies, when you get out of the first round, everybody make the same base salary.
Yeah.
It says everybody making that 1 point whatever it is. Their signing bonus is a little more, but everybody kind of making the same money.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, we say this all the time. We really only apply this to rookie quarterbacks, but when you are a rookie coming into the league, we just want you to find your way to the stadium. Now, I think depending on where you're drafted, you know, the expectations are a little bit higher, but what is the biggest challenge? What's the biggest hurdle moving from college football to the NFL? Because I give rookies a ton of grace, particularly at the quarterback position.
I think one is a sense of urgency. You go from being on scholarship and, you know, they're not really taking your scholarship from you unless you do something crazy, to going to the NFL where there are grown men with 3, 4 kids that are fighting for their job.
Yes,
you gotta snatch it from them. You gotta snatch it from them.
You just hit an inside joke that we do like every day. Like,
Tell them.
Yeah. Tell us about the grown men that are trying to take,
I always tell them, you know, I had to tell them, or, you know, when we first started working together and stuff, I said, man, these dudes are grown. Grown-ass men with car seats in the back and SUVs with them full beards, with them chains on, and they mad every single time they got to walk in that building. That is the truth.
Just big and mad.
Oh, big and mad. Some of them beards come all the way down here. Some of them is nice and tapered. It just depends.
but they're full and they connect.
Man, and them dudes with the full beards would be at least 270 plus.
Solid.
So
you got to deal with that. And then rookie-wise, I feel like it's really just being a student of the game, your processing ability. I feel like there's so many guys that come in that get opportunities. They got the skill sets. Dudes that's in training camp got the skills, got the talent. But when it comes to that playbook, seeing things on the move, still playing fast, and being able to operate when it's high pressure, a lot of guys can't do that.
Are you through? You done?
Yeah, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because the dude down in Arizona, Trey McBride, just got that $19 million per year. You can't tell me you didn't sit back and go, damn, I can still play, and think about it. Because me right now, I tell Paul every day, I say, man, we got to keep working out. Because they might call us. they just might call us. You just never know what you've done in your mind right now. So if
You need to stop.
If somebody called right now, I don't know who the somebody would be, and says, say, we looking for this type of tight end. We're not asking you to block. We want to flex you, and we want to do these sort of things with you. And we got a number for you. You would entertain it?
Nah, man, I feel like I'm at a stage in my life where it's a privileged place to be, to have enough money to where you look at more money and think that that's not going to improve the quality of life that you have.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm there now, and I feel like I gave all I could to the game, all I wanted to give, and, you know, they ain't going to pull me out, man.
Yeah. All right. That's
good.
That's good. That's real good.
Did you have any veterans when you came in as a young player that really helped you along your path to get to a place where you are now? I mean, that really is a great place to be when you can walk away from the game. I mean, I think you feel like you were able to do that, to leave on your own terms.
Yeah, I left on my own terms.
Yeah. Was there anything
hanging around like Paul?
Clipper Paul's a different story. We're time for that. I would say you still left on your own terms, though.
No, Paul left on his own terms.
Definitely.
They gonna give him whatever it was, $4 million, to just sit on the bench and laugh at dudes. Why not?
Eat good dinners every night.
Every day.
I was just sitting on the bench. I had front row seats the last 2 years.
You didn't have to pay for those tickets.
The first class flights, dinners, per diem. I was chilling.
Not per diem. But was there anybody that helped you?
I would say Steve Smith Sr. was the vet in the receiver room. My first year I played receiver, and just the way that he approached, like from a competitive standpoint, but also, I mean, you see he's an animal, but at the same time, you have the rookies that got to go blow a bag on those crazy dinners, like $30K.
In Baltimore.
Yeah,
that's right.
You have those $30,000 dinners that rookies go to. Steve Smith took the rookies to dinner and paid for us and showed us love in that way. And I never looked at rookies the same after that. Like, I mean, you get after them a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, hey, bro, I'll go up to a rookie on the side and be like, hey, bro, we drafted you for a reason. Don't let these vets get it twisted. Like, we need you here. Like, they can do all these jokes and stuff. So he planted that seed in my mind to just, like, take care of young players. And it really inspired me to want to, you know what I'm saying, be a little more like him.
Key, you didn't let the rookies slide like that?
Oh, no.
You didn't have no rookie duties or nothing? You'd have to...
Did I have rookie duties?
Yeah.
Pause. It's going to pick up the book behind you, man. Just give me the damn ball. I'm going to tell you everything about being a rookie.
You didn't have to carry the Gatorade or none?
No, I was coming from a different place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my mind wasn't there. Let's put it that way. I was there to play football. I wasn't there to be a damn clown and entertainment.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't.
Well, there's also Keyshawn Johnson, #1 overall pick, responsible for many children named Keyshawn in the early 90s. If you
what's that number? That number on the thing. Yeah, what's the computer called?
Chat GPT.
Yeah, that thing.
It's not a phone number.
Whatever. I don't know. Y'all can't
talk to ChatGPT.
Technology away from
I don't fool with nothing. I got my phone there. Every app that's on my phone came with the phone. Ain't nothing new other than a couple bank apps. Other than that, everything came with the phone. I got some airlines in here, and that's pretty much it. I don't know enough about all the. Paul be putting me up on game, but I don't,
You don't know about the AI yet?
Hey.
I know AI is like some fake stuff, but I don't pay attention to it.
Well, they be doing some crazy stuff with that.
From South Central. Don't listen to this. He's slick.
He's gaming you right
slick.
now.
Nobody believes that. Hey, man, what you got going? Hold on, don't wait before we. There, I see you rapping now. What? I see you rap. I saw a clip on. I was doing my research. It was it was hidden. I was like, all right, that's what you got going now.
Yeah, I started making music the same week I got drafted. I was in Baltimore. They had to the hotel as rookies. I'm bored. I'm just smoking Black and Miles in the parking lot. And I was just sitting back there. I was like, I said I was gonna start writing something like.
Right.
And I just started that week. I've been making music the last 10 years. I started putting it out to the public for real, like 2019. I was with the Raiders. I was like, I want to put this music out, but I feel like I might get killed for this because nobody was putting music out. But I'm like, shit, I'm the #1 on the team right now. Like, it ain't affecting my job. I do it when I got free time. I ain't just out here just rapping every day.
Right.
Before we let you go, I want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
How did this hurt?
The head
got
tap?
tatted? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Because I'm looking at it, I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm like, man, that gotta hurt. Because I know tats, I got tats and stuff, but I'm like, not the skull.
You got tats?
Yeah, I got tats. I got a tat right here. I got tats all. Yeah. You don't see me naked, man.
I didn't know.
Thank you for joining us.
I didn't know KG had tats for years.
It was
She's darker than me.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.